From zero to hero. That's the series that I want to start. Gary Vee in his videos said that what a person should do at a young age is just to document everything and then post it right away. He's a lot into hustling and doing all this sort of stuff. Another thing he said is imagine if Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg made videos of themselves when they were still just barely starting with their programs with Facebook and barely starting with Amazon. How amazing would be to see them when they were that young and aspiring to their dreams. I'm not any of those guys, obviously, but I want to achieve something similar. I'm just right now at the moment an average person. I go to college, I have an apartment, and have family, friends, a girlfriend, all this stuff it's nice. But I have a dream, and that dream is to get $1 million, or at least to become somebody in life. It's just me having a dream, being a normal person that wants to achieve his dream and documenting everything and see where it leads me. Maybe I don't become any of those guys that I mentioned, but at least probably I will have a better life than I have now. I just want to set goals. I want to grow as a person. I think Jim Crow is his name. He said, getting $1 million is not about getting $1 million, but it's about who you become during the trip of getting $1 million. It's more important who you become to earn that money than the money itself. And that's what I want to achieve with this. So with that little intro, I'm gonna show you now who's the character that you're watching right now, as if it was a game and you're playing me. Right, so here's the character selection. This I made it like the special category. I'm gonna have my strength. It's average, but a little bit more just because I go to the gym compared to others people my age. It's just a skinny guy. My perception, it's good enough. I can tell certain things about people. You know, I think everybody can when someone just doesn't feel like he's a good person or is a good person, stuff like that. But I've also had my bad experiences, which would have made my perception lower, where I just, you know, these friendships and stuff like that, relationships that just don't work out because you didn't know the person. But then I learned from an experience, so it got high. Then my endurance, I can withstand a lot of working hours, a lot of crazy ideas. Working hours on myself, reading a lot, testing some, waking up at 4 a.m. This sort of things. I think I have the endurance to do that and all the patience as well. My charisma used to be higher, probably an 8, but where the place I am, I'm not feeling too comfortable. I think I said before, but I am in Germany, in a place, in a small city where I stand out a lot and I don't know the language too, so I get very weird looks. People don't smile here too much. Actually, almost nothing. It's pretty odd. Coming from the US, it's way the opposite behavior, so my charisma has really dropped to 4. Get now very shy. My intelligence, I put it high because I really like to learn a lot, read a lot of books on my own. I always Google stuff that I don't know and come up with an answer. I just that, keep on doing, then you'll see more. So I consider myself this. And then agility, I'm young, so I put a 7, but technically I feel like an old man in a young person body. So my agility is not as high. I still have trouble squatting or getting stuff from the floor and my back hurts. I get lazy on the sofa, stuff like that. My luck is high. It's more like lucky gratefulness because of what I have: a job, a house, food, family, friendship, girlfriend, all this is good stuff. But at the same time, it's also every time I set my mind to accomplish something, I get just everything falls into place, which is inexplicable. But at the same time, well, I got myself there, so I don't know. It's like low luck, but high luck. Real luck, I don't know how much I have, but yeah, everything seems to fit into place from time to time, and I'm grateful of what I have, so I consider myself lucky in that aspect. My name is Damien. I have existed for 22 years. My favorite color is yellow. High school, Yes, I'd graduated. I would not rather to go again. I have my own beef against that. Which, perhaps I'll mention it another time. College, I'm also doing a psychology bachelor's right now. I'm in my last semester, which in December I should be able to finish it. It's great. I really enjoy psychology. Now, my major interests are behavior, technology. I built my own gaming PC, just Googling stuff once again. Took me 2 weeks and a lot of money, but it's worth it. Art, I'm really interested in how everything looks from life, just the trees, the leaves, how the wind blows, like stuff. I'm really into details of everything. Then my hobbies, well, I like to play piano a lot. I've played for maybe 8 years. Ocarina, I really got into that after I discovered that they actually exist. And then video games, I'm super into that. The clay, paint, and juggle. Not too much, but I still do it. It's just fun to get into it, to get my mind off things. Strengths, well, I am a patient person. I consider myself to be also independent. I can go to faraway places without feeling too much scared. I also learn pretty fast, especially when there's something like a topic that I'm really into. I have noticed I learned way faster than normal. And self-learner, well, I really enjoy downloading books about anything I'm interested, making money, becoming a millionaire, how to be a better person. Yeah, how to be a better person overall. Uh, Presentation, I really like giving presentations. I'm still afraid of giving them. I think that's normal, but since I was maybe 12 years old, I've always enjoyed giving PowerPoint presentations or just presentations without anything in my hands. And I'm also very good with ideas. They just pop in my head all the time. They're pretty crazy, they sound good. And even though they might be extremely good, I have a big problem to accomplishing those ideas, and that goes into my adversities. Of course, there can be a hero without adversities. Otherwise, that hero would be pretty boring. Kind of like if Superman was perfect, it's just boring. But here it is. I have a lot of trouble focusing on anything like homework essays, 15-page essays, terrible focus. I don't know, reading books that I'm not interested in, also terrible focus. But I have noticed that my focus really varies if I don't like the thing. But in conversations also it's terrible focus. I'm always changing topics or pointing out things that are going outside. I cannot. Then I have to reward myself a lot when I'm doing homeworks, like 5 minutes of playing a game, stop, do 10 sentences, 10 minutes of games. It's just wow. Social shine as well. I'm very shy naturally. I think I land more in the introvert, but a mix of extrovert. But I really enjoy being at home more than traveling, which goes on the next one. Going out or traveling is the worst for me. I enjoy the experience of traveling and seeing new places, but I don't enjoy the experience of having to worry about food, not being in your house, being sitting in uncomfortable cars or trains all the time, walking on your feet, never having this awesome sofa where you can just lay and take a big rest. I don't know. I like the simplicity of having food here in my house, entertainment, learning, and the toilet pretty close. There's almost no pain here. And I also have a problem with initiating stuff. And even if I happen to initiate it, I have furthermore problems continuing it, like a project or whatever it is. It's just too much. Then my life balance. Well, I work too much, and I need to have fun. I don't know how. I need to take care of my relationships in life. I don't know how. And by relationships, I mean friendships, but also family and partner, all of that stuff. So here is me going to try to get better at everything, like a road trip. From here to zero is basically me trying to improve my life to the point that I deserve to get $1 million or I become somebody. I'll tell you the things that I have done before. I have already tried waking up at 4 a.m., exercising for an hour and reading for an hour. That lasted for a while, probably about a month it lasted, and then I stopped for a day, 2 days, then they turned into weeks, and then I never came back to it. I think right now it's been maybe 2 months that I don't do that. But I still try to force myself again to refocus on reading books every day, doing my homework every day. I have online classes. I think I forgot to mention I come from the United States in Texas, but I also used to have a life in Mexico. It's great. It's great being here now. I'm in Germany, learning how this culture works, learning the language, and figuring out how to how to get better at my life. Just balancing my life, getting sort of self-employed, just making money. So I got tired of studying. The bachelor's of psychology is not really useful unless I go for a master's and becomes a therapist, which is what I wanted. But I cannot do that anymore because I'm getting so impatient with all the essays and homeworks that I have to do. I just want to get done with it and start my life already. And that's what I'm gonna do. So this is just gonna be a daily blog of what I do with my life. From an average person, the typical, have a house, family, girlfriend. He's happy, but he has a dream and he's chasing his dream. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I have a lot of weaknesses and strengths. I need to take advantage of those, and I need to improve or go around those weaknesses that I have somehow until I achieve my goal. And I just want to show it that it is possible. And throughout, I have some influences with positive talkers, Tony Robbins, Jim Crow, Bob Proctor, Zig Ziglar, El Nightingale. I love those guys. They're just amazing. And there's more. There's also lately Gary Vee and other books. Well, that's just the intro of this. I will keep on showing more with the rest day by day. Hopefully, if not, at least I'll show my adversities or challenges, whatever, and how do I achieve them part by part. Perhaps if it's not every day, then it's just pieces of day by day. Thank you.